It's round 10 of the Spoiler Diecast Racing League. Today we head out east to the twists and turns of Watkins Glen for 30 laps. It's the Bikini Bottom 120 kilo. I'm your producer and lead broadcaster for Page, and I am joined by Michael Cormidas. And today, Michael, what do you think is going to be the game plan for these drivers to come home on top?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see these guys are going to have to manage their stuff early, manage tires, and also try and stay out of trouble early. It's going to be the key factor here, and I'm not sure how many laps are in this event, but obviously, no matter how many laps, it's going to be critical to keep out of trouble early and manage your tires if there's a long green flag run. So I think that's going to be the difference maker here today, River.
You're right, you are saving your stuff is going to be the key, and we're looking around and noticing some very beautiful paint schemes out on the racetrack here. Noah Taylor has a great hood logo on his car. I'm not really sure why the theme here is bikinis, but it is. And right now it is Mason Flagar leading the timing charts with a 113.7 ahead of Maximus Molina and Ethan DeWelde in practice. And it wraps up. Try and find someone to look at on track. There is not a lot of people out sending laps right now. Mark Allen Bivens is one of them. And the number 76 machine, he is in 4th. Currently, we're right on board him for if he can finish a lap. 1 lap round here at Watkins Glen. Right here, they're going to go down the back stretch, and he's going to get it into the bus stop using all of these curbs. All the way into the inside, almost hitting the grass, trying not to spin the car out because, like you said, managing tires is going to be super important. It's real easy to spin up the tires in this car here as we ride on board with the 76 now on the drone cam. As he makes his way out of the carousel, has a blink out. Just with a minute left, he's going to have enough time to do maybe half a lap before practice wraps up and qualifying gets underway, but we'll see how much of a lap we can get in here on board with the number 76. Bivens makes his way through the bus stop. Practice is just about to wrap up. 14 cars in the session, currently 12 of which have set a lap. And Bivens will not be able to complete this one. He sits in 30, had just passed Ethan DeWelde on that last lap now, but that's going to be it. Mason Flagar takes home first in the open practice session. We'll see if he can continue on that path through qualifying. Out onto the track comes the 15 of DeWelde, Michael Deitch, Hunter Bogdan, Brandon Redford, Josh Kenyon, Jonathan Wright among the drivers out onto the track right now. And we'll take a look at this drone cam here on the 15 for no reason in particular. Watch the 15 machine at DeWelde right now, who is the leader in the points standings, but not the leader in the playoff standings right now. It is Mark Allen Bivens, who sits atop the charts. Already 4 wins to his name in the limited amount of starts he has made this year. He sits first ahead of Michael Deitch, and then Joaquin Stewart and the Gibson and the 6 machine not in the race. Max Molina is here as well in the 5th position, trying to make up some points here as we ride around on board with the 15 of Ethan DeWelde. Michael Deitch on the track right in the same spot as the 15 Noah Taylor. Heading down the back straightaway, Mark Allen Bivens out on the track as well, going down the back stretch. Brandon Redford coming out of turn 6 by the Gorilla Glass sign and into turn 7. And we'll ride on board with Redford for his first lap here. He's going to get down out of the final corner, all over the loud pedal in second gear, gets up to 3rd. He's going to hit 4th and right at those caution lights onto the brakes, downshifting as quickly as he can. Keeps it in 2nd gear, rolling through 1 and 2, but he goes a little bit wide, and that may just be an off-track penalty, but he's going to continue his lap as best he can through the S's up into 3rd gear right on those curbs, using up all of the track, trying to keep it off of the Armco barriers. as he makes his way through the S's, clean through turn 4, very loose, and again, saving tires is going to be a big deal, but it's going to be very tough to do so for Brandon Redford. In the Hooters 47 machine, taking up all of the curb through the bus stop, and that's going to be very quick, but he gets off of the track, and if his lap wasn't ended in turn 1, it's going to be ended right there. Mason Flagar out on a lap. Here he comes through the S's through turn 2, up through 3, and coming out of turn 4, he was first in practice. We'll see if he can do anything here on board with Flagar. He heads down the back straightaway into the bus stop. No one has set a lap quite yet. Michael Deitch looking to be the first to do so as he makes his way out of turn 6 and through turn 7. And it is Michael Deitch going to go to the top of the charts for the moment. Brandon Redford, Josh Kenyon around the track. Ethan A. DeWeldy has set a lap, but it's not going to count. Michael Deitch has a 1:17. Jonathan Wright with a 1:16.4. And now for the meantime, the 40 car will go P1. Josh Kenyon takes that first spot away in the 27 machine. Only 3 drivers have set a lap that was not deleted for track limits. Here comes DeWeldy, Hunter Bogdan, Noah Taylor, all with laps that didn't count. Now Noah Taylor comes across the line. His lap does count in that 41 machine. Beautiful paint scheme there on that 41 car as he makes his way through the S's once again. Mason Flagar on his second lap, he went to the top of the charts with a 1:13.705, and he's got a chance to beat that lap there, but almost gets into the Armco barrier. Through the S's and down the back straightaway. Into the bus stop comes the 92 machine. And now down through turn 6 goes the 92 machine of Mason Flagar going for a big slide, and he's going to spin out. Josh Kenyon still sits second on the charts. Noah Taylor in third. Nolan Gross goes up to the 5th spot. Jonathan Wright in 6th. Deitch in 7th. Victor in the 78 machine, that W machine, goes into the 9th spot. And I'm going to try to pronounce his last name because it's going to be pretty bad. But Hunter Bogdan up into the 10th spot. He is the last car that has set a lap. DeWeldy, Molina, and Will Shack out on the track trying to set one. Here comes DeWeldy. Wow, what a scheme there. I like the Bikini Bottom theme here. Max Molina coming out of turn 7. Here comes Molina with the Patrick Star machine. Comes across the line. And for the meantime, it's going to be 1:14.2 for Molina. And I don't know if his lap counted now as he brutally murders himself into the turn 1 wall. And we wait for things to get wrapped up here. Mason Flagar on pit road. Noah Taylor on pit road. Michael Deitch through 3 and 4. Getting 3 and 4, 6 and 7. Getting in some practice laps, but this is not going to count. He should be pulling into pit road here. He's just wrapping around, taking a little joyride here. Just 4 minutes left in qualifying. Through 1 goes Michael Deitch, but way off the pace. Hunter Bogdan now has completed both of his laps. He is in 11th. Noah Taylor still on the track with Flagar. These guys waiting in pit road for the rest of the drivers to hit ready to race and get underway. In just about 4 minutes here in qualifying.
Yeah, and I feel like this the start of this race is gonna be pretty hectic here, River. I mean, they got everybody bunched up, and turn 1, everyone's gonna be going for the same amount of real estate, and it may or may not end up well. So we're gonna have to see how everything is after the first lap. As you see the 17 getting a little bit loose there, stopping the car right there. It looks like GTA 5 on the back bumper, but yeah, so. let's just see how everyone does for this first lap, and yeah, and I'll determine it from there.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a little bit sketchy here at Watkins Glen getting down into turn one because it's such a sharp turn and a huge difference in times here. The leader with a 113.7, Hunter Bogdan at 11th with a 120.5. So skill gap is pretty far here. There might be some people who are going to be maybe a little too late on the brakes. Could see some brake lockup, but now just sitting and waiting would be really convenient if the people who we're waiting on could just finish, you know?
Yeah. I mean, not only is the start going to be important, but I also think that racecraft by all these drivers, meaning that they can keep their car in one piece during the whole race, is going to be important because you always want a clean car to end the race, and damaging the car early lap one is definitely going to be a big disadvantage for you against everybody else.
Yeah, definitely. Racecraft's going to be important. Keeping your car clean, like you said earlier. And now qualifying is going to end, and we'll see if we could talk to your pole sitter. It is going to be Mason Flagar. Is he the voice chat? There he is.
He
Here, let's get
was.
92 in here. Mason
Oh,
Flagar, you are in the broadcast booth and on pole here for Watkins Glen. What's the plan going into the race?
it'll be a tough one. You just gotta stay out of trouble. Don't burn up the tires, and yeah, just stay out of trouble.
All right, and do you have a faster pair for this league? I don't know. I don't know any of the.
Yeah, we have. Let's see. Yeah, we got one faster pair and 3 sets of tires.
All right, 3 sets of tires, and are you gonna be able to make it on fuel, or you'd have to make a stop?
We'll be able to make it for both the stages, so I believe we'll be good.
All right, so I'm gonna assume that's lap 10 and 20. They're gonna have stage yellows.
I believe it was 7 and 15. So
7 and 15. Okay, well, thank you for your time and congrats.
thank you.
Good luck. That
How
was
many
your pole sitter, and how many what?
how many stages or how many
So,
laps for each
You're gonna
stage?
have 7 laps in stage 1, which I didn't know that there were stages in here. That makes things a lot more interesting. It's gonna be not a lot of saving. It's kind of gonna be
30
aggressive
laps
as
in
you
the
can.
race.
So
Okay.
30 laps in the race. You're gonna have 7 laps in the first stage, 15 to stage 2, and the leaders are forgetting to go, but now they're gonna head off. Mason Flagar leads the field alongside Ethan DeWeldy, and we're gonna get qualifying results up on the screen. Probably should have done this earlier because now it's gonna take a while.
Yep. Mason Flagar wins pole by, I'm not sure what the margin was, but he takes pole, and obviously I didn't mention something. Track position. Track position is also going to be key in this race, unless you're heading down to turn 1 on a restart, because you could have the possibility of getting sent. But anyway, during a longer run, yeah, track position is definitely going to play into a big role early in the race, as here's the lineup. Mason Flagar gets pole. Outside of him, Ethan DeWeldy, Josh Kenyon 3rd, and Noah Taylor 4th, Brandon Redford 5th, Nolan Gross in the 02 6th, Jonathan Wright in the 40 7th, Connor Gibson in 8th, Michael Deitch in the 17 in 9th, and rounding at the top 10 is Victor Imbasciani.
All right, and just 4 cars after that's going to be Hunter Bogdan in 11th. He was the last car to set a lap with a 120.5, and then Mark Allen Bivens, Will Shack, and Maximus Bellini did not set a lap. And if you want to make a pick for this race, I would be very interested to hear, because it's kind of something fun to watch, and I would be inclined to pick Max Bellini, but he's all the way in the back of the pack, so hoping for the 45 to make up some spots. But who do you got for this race?
Like you said, I think that 45 is going to have a big chance here. Even though he's starting in the back, he knows how to get it done here on the road courses. Well, not just the road courses, just about anywhere, especially in this league. So it's gonna be fun to watch, and it'll be fun to see what he can do in this race as the pace car heads into the last few corners, turn 6 and turn 7.
And we're going to get underway here. The pace car, right, you are going through turn 7 now, is going to turn hard right into pit road. And Mason Flagar is going to lead them to green. 7 laps, I believe, for the first stage here. and into the restart zone shortly, and the green flag drops, and we're underway at Watkins Glen already. 3 wide middle, 1 car, the Patrick Star machine, the 78, going through the middle. Molina making up spots on the
and he's
outside.
gonna make contact with the 41 there. I believe he just got
they're
spun.
wrecking.
And the 41 looks like he gets it straightened out, but already an incident in turn 1. That's why I said turn 1 is gonna be hectic here. And it already
and around goes Michael Deitch.
And around goes the 17 and Michael Deitch in the S's.
Huge wrecking in the S's. Oh no. We have got a horrible crash in the S's. It's traffic jam. And the 76 reverses into traffic. And we've got Beast. He's not happy with Hunter Bogdan.
Hunter Bogdan and the 76, Mark Allen Bivens. You see the 76 showing his frustration. Looks like they're gonna have to take a replay of what happened.
Yeah. And
you
can watch this whole restart fiasco first. 78.
Looks like the 78 is gonna dive it down the middle.
3 wide, and he just
bumps the 41.
They all straighten it out.
Hit the brakes way too late. 41 goes up on 2 wheels for a second there. And here's what happens in the S's.
He's got a bunch of front end damage.
Hits the wall. And just goes straight into the 76.
And Molina's in. Oh my gosh!
Oh
no,
boy.
That's everybody.
Huge
and then
damage
he reverses right here, back into the 41 after getting taken out in the first corner. So
we
talked about turn 1 being a sore spot on this track. I didn't think it would happen in the S's, but there's
a fast repair in this race, right?
There's one fast repair, and it's gonna be disappointing if these guys are having to use it on lap 1. But a lot of drivers that don't feel that they've got a lot of damage staying out. See the 6 machine of Connor Gibson's on pit road. Jonathan Wright is absolutely junked going down pit road. The front end is completely gone.
So was the 45 of Max Molina. Yep. We talked about him. He was our picks.
Yeah, here's Molina. He's got a bunch of damage. So does the 41 and the 78. Passing, I think, Nolan Gross. All these guys are killed. There's like 5 cars without damage. Here's Will Shack. He's in 5th. A lot of left front damage. We saw him get about pile driven into the air in that wreck. Brandon Redford looks like he missed it, but everyone behind Will Shack has damage. So that's 4 cars that are clean.
Big damage to the front and the rear for that 35 of Will Shack. And
we're gonna have to we talked to Mark Allen Bivens here. Mark Allen Bivens, you're up in the booth. Looked like you had to express your displeasure there as you just got flat out turned in turn 3. What happened?
I mean, it's obvious that guys just don't know what they're doing. But yeah, I mean,
they're wrecking on the backstretch.
You got more guys right on the backstretch.
Yeah, I accidentally turned him. I'm kind of stupid. But yeah, I was pushing him because he had a blown engine. But yeah, I mean, at least I didn't do what I did at Charlotte to him. But yeah, I just don't get why you had to switch 4 lanes in the matter of 0.2 seconds. But it happens.
Well, yeah, right you are. That stuff happens, and you need to take your fast repair here because you're going to have to make it the next 28 laps without wrecking.
Yeah, 10-4 on that.
All right, well, thank you for your time. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Mark Allen Bivens spun a poor man out on on the backstretch with no motor, and Nolan Gross is now stranded with no motor. The 40's trying to help him out the best he can. Let's see. Let's see. Here's the 40. 40's trying to push him. Oh, he leaves him. Oh, that's terrible. And Nolan Gross is going to coast to a grinding halt. Can he make it?
He's not going to make it.
He's going 53 miles an hour right now. And he's
he's gonna stop it. He's not gonna make it.
That's gonna be a long tow for Nolan Gross. And back up to the front of the pack. Nolan Gross sits on pit road now with the blown motor a lap down, and it looks like they're gonna go green this time. And it's still the 92 up in front, and Ethan DeWeldy's still in second. Josh Kenyon and Brandon Redford held their spots relatively well there. The 78 after suicide bombing the entire field in turn 1 is up there behind a couple wreck cars. That Patrick Star machine looking beautiful. I really like the SpongeBob.
There's Max Molina. There's our pick.
Max Molina's up there. He's got a bunch of front end damage. But I have to say, I like the two different directions the Bikini Bottom theme is going.
Well, yeah, the 45's in a SpongeBob scheme as well, I
We've got a
believe.
SpongeBob scheme, but then we also have Bikini Bottom cars, as shown here, with Noah Taylor in the fifth spot.
Not the Bikini Bottom you expect.
Well, this is just incorrect. Bad scheme design from Ethan DeWeldy here. Not right. It's not a Bikini Bottom, but the pace car lights are off. I think they're gonna go green, but they're single file. There must be single file restarts, so maybe they're gonna try to restrict the chaos in turn 1 by making it single file. And we'll see how many drivers try to pull out, and make it 3 and 4 wide.
Let's see if that fixes, if the single file restarts fix anything. That's gonna be the main thing to determine.
Yeah, and we're just gonna have 13 cars now. Nolan Gross is sitting on pit road. Here comes Will Shack. Oh, he's not gonna make it. It's unfortunate for Will Shack.
Right,
Mark Allen Bivens is trying to make it back, but here we go.
Yep.
Pace car
about to pull off.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Green flag is back underway, and lap 4 we get back green for the second time today in the 92 with a good restart, but the rest of the field keeping even. Now to the bottom goes the 15, but doesn't have anywhere to go. 2 and 3 wide, third to back. Connor Gibson making a move there. They're 3 wide for the meantime, but now that's the door closed on him. Hunter Bogdan is driving a modified right now, and he is losing spots very quickly. There's 2 modifieds up here, and they're side by side.
3 modifieds, how about that?
Look at 78. 78 can't even get by him because they're just sitting with each other right now. They're just blocking the road.
They're pushing each other.
They're in the grass. They're bump drafting here. They're going to go 3 wide. The modifieds go 3 wide into the bus stop, and the 78 is 78. Oh, he's going to get one of them. Oh, the door gets shut. He wrecks him. Around goes Hunter Bogdan, and 1 modified bites the dust. Now we got Mark Allen Bivens here. He has no front end, and
all right, let's go back to the front.
Yeah, that was fun. But now they're not 3 wide anymore. But up to the front, Mason Flagar is pulling away from Ethan DeWeldy. Josh Kenyon has also formed a bit of a gap from the 15 here. No real battles going on with that single file restart, as you see the field very spread out from the 6th position or so on back with Michael Deitch. You see Deitch making out of the last corner in the 8th. Max Molina up in 6th. Right in the back of this, trying to make a move on the 40. Oh, huge dive bomb!
Big buck up, and I think that might be a spin. Oh no, it got sideways. That's a 40.
He completed the pass, and he shuts the door on Kenyon, but
he's gonna go back side by side. Side by side through the S's here. This could get tight.
47 gives room. The 27 might get into the wall, keeps it off the wall, and the 47 made it work. That was the dive bomb of the century.
Yeah,
it worked.
Good pass.
Great move for Brandon Redford that puts him up in the 3rd spot.
Now Max Molina around the outside.
Noah Taylor, Max Molina side by side almost for the 5th spot, but Molina backs out of making the move on Taylor. He sits in 6th. Kenyon here now goes a little bit wide in the carousel on the 45 or the 41 rather, trying to make a move. Molina way out to the outside, going for a pass on the 41, making up time. Started way in the back, already up into 6th, blows that corner. Oh my god. Look at
Max Molina, huge dive bomb.
The 41's off the track.
Sideways.
Taylor's off the track.
And he's spinning into the wall of turn 7.
And he's gonna get it back. Oh, don't reverse. We got the modified group coming by here. And so try and get a look on what happened. Oh, and they throw the yellow for that. Single car spin, and the caution comes out. And the second time tonight, the caution flag waves, and we'll try and see exactly what happened, because he just kind of drove off the road on his own. Unless he got loose. I was trying to look at a sticker on the side of Molina's car.
I saw Molina. He went to the outside, and the 41 got sideways, but I didn't see exactly what happened.
He just gets really loose right there, and then off the gas.
Tire barrier.
Tire barrier keeps him in the grass, and then he spins it straight across the track. Watch out for the 06 or the 6 of Gibson. Misses him.
Barely missed it too. And that 41 net spin machine goes into the guardrail at turn 7.
Yeah, he had a little bit of damage earlier. I think it's going to be okay now. Looks like he already took a fast repair. No, he's got damage. The car doesn't look that bad, though. I think it's going to be alright for Noah Taylor. And back up to the front of the field, it is still Mason Flagar with DeWeldy and Brandon Redford. I think this might just merge into being a stage caution. If I'm not wrong, if it is at lap 7, then that's what it's going to be. I'd like to talk to the maybe the 41, and we could see what happened there between him and Molina got loose, but for now, the leader's still trying to make their way up to the pace car. And now he's going to slow down off of turn 1 and get lined up with the pace car, I think. I don't see it. What's going on? Looks like they're doing a little bit of fuel saving here as the 92's off the gas. And catching up to the pace car, and now we can get a word with the 41 of Noah Taylor. Noah Taylor up in the booth. Had a little bit of a spin there. Is your car all right?
I think so. It's just, you know, I got loose. I was worried about the pressure from behind. I just wanted to make sure I didn't run into anybody in front. I just, you know, a lot of stuff going on. So I think it's fine. It just got to get some fresh tires at the end of this stage, and then I think I'll be good to go.
Are you going to take a fast repair here, or just let that repair settle itself?
I think the car's actually good enough that I don't think I even need repairs. The steering is totally straight. I can't, at least from inside, I can't see any damage on it, so it should be okay.
Alright, is this going to merge into the stage caution? Because I'm pretty sure it was at lap 7, so...
I believe so.
Okay, well, love your paint scheme. Good luck in the rest of the race, and...
Yeah. Alright, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Yep, have a good race.
That was Noah Taylor, and he does have a little bit of right front damage, but it sounds like it's not affecting the car here. And from the cockpit view, really can't see anything wrong with the 41 machine, so not the end of the world for him, but he was up in a top 5 spot, now restarting 12th, behind some of the modifieds when we go back green.
So, if I'm not mistaken, this should merge into the stage caution, right?
Yeah, it sounds like from what he said, it is going to merge into the stage caution, so I think they're going to maybe take fuel. 92 is going to
stays out.
fake.
The 15 comes in. Oh, no, he faked it as well.
Everyone fakes out, but now it's Molina.
Oh, Molina
leads all of the modifieds behind him on pit road. There's the 45. He's got Bivens with no front bumper behind him. The 40, Jonathan Wright has no front bumper. These guys have destroyed cars.
Bumper.
Yeah, everyone's in here for repairs. You see the 35 of Will Shack.
Probably fast repairs.
Rear bumper is gone on the 35. Those guys with no front bumper, they should be on a fast repair here. You see Max Molina there, and I really like the stickers on the side of this car. That's what I was trying to look at earlier, but we got interrupted rudely by that wreck. The 45 machine, very
the 86
beautiful
takes
car.
fast repair.
Yeah, 86 on a fast repair. He does not want to run with all that damage, and he was evidently very slow when we saw the 78 stuck behind him and the other modifieds there. Noah Taylor comes out, no fast repair, just tires and fuel. Max Molina taking repairs.
Yeah. This race has gone by pretty fast. I mean, 8 laps of Watkins Glen should take a little bit, but it's honestly gone by surprisingly fast considering that we've had 2 cautions already as well.
Definitely, yeah. And these guys, it's going by so quick, hoping they could get that track position back. The 40 looks like he's not going to take a fast repair, even though that thing is looks like it's heading to the junkyard here. You look up to the front, the pace car light's still on. Going to be 2 to green, probably to give Mr. Molina and Will Shack here the 40 and the O2 time to repair their car. Nolan Gross having down on the pit road. He blew his motor. He's back on the lead lap, so that's great for Nolan Gross. He made it all the way back up.
And in my opinion, it's gone by pretty fast for us, but those guys sitting in the pits waiting for their repairs, that's probably going to be the slowest, maybe 2 minutes of their life right there.
Here comes the 40 of Jonathan Wright out of pit road. Nolan Gross just entering his box. Bivens and Will Shack waiting on repairs. Jonathan Wright is not waiting any longer. He's just going to run with no front bumper, so we've still got 1 modified in the race. And it's really cool to see all the detail on the car, so... I like that. I like that about these modifieds here at Watkins Glen. Really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's going through the grass. Hang on.
Oh gosh.
Jonathan.
Well, the rules don't say that you have to have a front bumper. Oh,
hang on to her. It's evidently taking away a little bit of downforce.
Oh, no kidding.
Here we go, back up to the front. Mason Flagar is going to lead the pack. He has led just about every lap. I think he's led every lap here, and the pace car lights are going to shut off. We're going to go 1 to green. Flagar ahead of Ethan DeWeldy, Brandon Redford, Josh Kenyon, Connor Gibson, and Michael Deitch. Noah Taylor, Victor Imbiasiani, Hunter Bogdan, and Max Molina, the top 10. Jonathan Wright making his way through turn 6 here. Will Shack, I believe, has just made it out of pit road now. He's down the backstretch and through the bus stop. Nolan Gross through the bus stop right now with Mark Allen Bivens, the second modified on track. And so Bivens has a hood. Bivens does have a hood. The 40 does not have a hood. So Bivens doesn't have a rear bumper. So it's going to be very interesting to see which one's faster here. A lot of left front damage on the suspension of Bivens. Maybe it's just the camera, but it looks pretty tilted for the 76 of Bivens. He rides in 14th. Nolan Gross, who blew his motor early, took that fast repair. He's going to be right in the back of the pack. Bivens is taking a wide line, getting some marbles out on the tires. Will Shack making his way back up to the pack with Jonathan Wright. Down the backstretch goes Wright, and the field right here. Hunter Bogdan is stopped on the track, or slowed on the track. Now he gets back rolling, but back up to the front it is Flagar and DeWeldy 1-2. They've been 1-2 all day long so far, and they're going to restart with 21 laps to go. 9 laps will be completed in this race. And on to the second stage. I think it's only going to be 6 laps now, assuming it ends at lap 15. And here comes Flagar down the back stretch, or a short shoot possibly, you could call it, for the last time. A lot of rear end damage on the 47 of Brandon Redford, and opting not to take that repairs. The 6 of Connor Gibson has some damage, and we're going to see how it shapes up for all these cars that just came out of pit road that repaired their damages here. Now the 92 through turn 6, and he will come through 7 and lead the field back to green for the third time today. And here comes Flagar once again back into the restart zone. Barney drops the green, and we're underway for the third time today at Watkins Glen. It's a great start for the 92, staying with him even as the 15 of DeWeldy looking low. Oh, DeWeldy! Big wheel hop. He's going to stick it in there, and he hangs on, but he's going to surrender the spot back. Here comes Redford. Yeah, Redford side by side and taking second away. And it looked like that move was going to work for DeWeldy, but it didn't. Now there's contact. DeWeldy in the grass. Hang on to it.
What a save.
DeWeldy almost wrecked it there. Now contact with Kenyon. Oh, around goes Kenyon. Oh, he's stuck in the guardrail. Oh, no. Oh, no, and the caution's out. Shades of James Thurston and Iora Season 2 at Watkins Glen. He's in the catch fence.
Oh boy, no, that was horrible for Josh Kenyon there. Did he take his fast repair?
I'm not sure. You're gonna have to hope not, because he was stuck in the fence.
Yeah. Looks like he makes contact with the 15.
Oh man, he got turned
from behind, and then
yeah,
just
the
goes
6
straight
runs him over. Oh
into
man,
the guardrail.
He hits the invisible glue in the guardrail. The 41 clobbers him. He's jumping in the air. Looks like he's gonna not get hit again, but stuck in the fence, nothing you can do. And this will give us a great view. Right here is he checks up a little bit, goes side by side, and the 6 is inside of his bumper, and the 6 just doesn't get out of it. Ooh.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm not sure if that's gonna go over very well for the 6 car right there.
Hit down on pit road. Third modified of the day now on track, but see if he has a fast repair, because he's not going to be able to show it yet. He's going to wait for that tow to happen. We'll see if we can get a word with Josh Kenyon. If he's in a voice chat, here he is. Josh Kenyon, you're up in the broadcast booth. What happened right there?
It just kind of looked like DeWeldy and me went too wide going up the S's, and unfortunately the 6 came into the back of me after Ethan hit me. It's unfortunate, but, you know, I think I paced to get back up there, just waiting for a tow.
So you do have a fast repair left?
Yeah, I haven't used it yet.
Alright, so that's good, and you're going to be right in the back of the pack, so what's your plan for getting back up to the field? You going to wait it out, or try and send it in turn 1?
I mean, I would say pass people in green, but, you know, this league doesn't really run green flags, so I'm not sure.
Alright, and is there going to be any bad blood there with the 6? Because it kind of looked like he just ran you over.
I think it was like 25% his fault. I don't really blame him. It's kind of a blind spot right there, but a little bit. But I don't really think so. I'm just a part-time driver.
Alright, well, good luck coming back to the field, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Josh Williams, so he's not that mad, but little bit of a shot at this league. He thinks he's going to need to make some spots before the next caution comes out. This is the third yellow of the race, I think. Is it the third or the fourth caution? I don't know. Could keep track. But I think it's going to be the third caution. Mason Flagar is going to lead the field again. Kenyon down on pit road waiting for the tow. He's going to possibly go 2 laps down, so not the ideal scenario for the 27, but he's got time to make it back up. It's 19 or 20 to go right now, should I say. This time by it's going to be 19 down on pit road. Mason Flagar appeared to be going down, but he fakes out everybody. And no one follows him in. The 40, the 76, the 2 modifieds. The 76 goes in, the 40 stays out. And, Michael, I think we should do an over-under here. Give me an over-under for the next caution. How many laps?
I'd say under, to be honest. I mean, with the amount of damaged cars there were.
Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Over or under 5 laps.
Under.
Under 5. Okay. Yeah, a lot of damaged cars, and it's gonna be fun when we see if the 15 can be a hero in turn 1 again. Make something happen. It almost worked on the last restart for Deweldy. Lost a spot to Redford, and that is going to be second for the 47 machine in the Hooters Ford. Trying to make something happen on the race leader. Take the lead away from Flagar for the first time tonight. The stage yellow is coming up, I do believe. If that will be still in effect after the cautions that we've had. Mark Allen Bivens exiting pit road. He has not gotten his front bumper back yet. Josh Kenyon is still out on pit road hoping for a yellow to get his laps back. He's got the faster pair on the car. And now he tows. Now he's back on track. A little bit of lag going on with the 27 of Kenyon, so not ideal for him. And we'll see if he can get back on the track and try and get back on the lead lap. But back up to the leaders, it is Mason Flagar through the carousel one last time under yellow. And he will bring us back to green the third time today. He's going to restart up in the front. Redford second, Ethan Deweldy third, Connor Gibson in fourth, Michael Deitch in the fifth spot. In sixth is Noah Taylor, followed by Max Molina. And after Molina is going to be Jonathan Wright, and then Nolan Gross and Hunter Bogdan rounds out the top 10. Will Shack in 11th, slots in right there in front of Victor Imbisiani, and Mark Allen Bivens, the last car out on track, in 13th. And that's going to take 12. He's going to take 12th away from the 78, but up to the leaders. Mason Flagar is going to lead him back to green the fourth time he restarts from the front, and the fourth time tonight. Yellow comes to green. Barney drops the green flag, and we're back underway. And it's a good restart for Redford, trying to stay as close as he can to the 92. Into turn 1. Redford a little bit early on the brakes. The 15. Oh, we got a big spin. Oh, watch out.
Yeah, that's the 0-2 around.
Nolan Gross hit the grass on pit road. Or not on pit road, but on the turn 1 entry. Oh my God, did they keep it straight?
Saved it.
He was dead sideways. Right. Oh, he got a helping hand there from Bogdan behind him, and he misses Molina. He misses the 40.
Oh boy!
Oh my God!
What a save there!
Oh my God! He didn't hit anyone. That's incredible. That may be one of the most incredible misses of all time for Nolan Gross.
He was perpendicular to everyone else behind him.
He was 90 degrees sideways on the track, and not a scrape on the car from that affair. Now, he's got one more modified to pass. He's going to be in 9th right now. That's Mark Allen Bivens up ahead. Doesn't have the front bumper, but he's got the hood. Doesn't have the front bumper though. A lot of damage on that 78 machine, just barely keeping pace with the 40. Went back up to the lead. Mason Flagar continues to hold steady, a second or so ahead from the rest of the field. But right now, Brandon Redford's keeping that gap to a minimum. It's just 6/10 coming out of turn 7 and crossing the line. A lap 14:17 to go. And a bit of a wheel hop there for Redford, but he gets into the corner good. He gets out of the corner good, makes up a lot of time on Flagar. Back through the S's. Here we go. Brandon Redford trying to make us some time, a lot closer to the curbs there, and he's gonna have a better S section here. The 92 may have hit the wall there, and that's gonna slow down a lot. He keeps his momentum up. It may have just been a bit of netcode, because it looks like all that damage that he got repaired itself immediately after the contact with the wall. But now Redford trying to make something happen all over the back end just about 6/10 as they come out of the bus stop. Losing a lot of time in the bus stop is Redford. And through the carousel, Redford scraping the grass. Now he's got 2 tires fully in the grass. He's going to get super loose. Big slide for Deweldy. Connor Gibson back there as well, and Max Molina up in 5th. So Molina making up spots, and he's all the way up into 5th. And trying to make up another pass here. That's going to be on the 6th of Connor Gibson. Through turn 1 now goes Mason Flagar. He has extended the gap to Brandon Redford by about 1.5 seconds that lap. Redford made a mistake in the bus stop and it kept getting worse. Here comes Molina on the inside of Gibson, a big send, and he's going to stick it now. Gibson cannot fight back, and Max Molina up into 4th. So, likely he's already up 10 spots.
Oh yeah, that 45 is looking really fast right now. Already up into 4th, trying to chase down the next 3 ahead of him, and I feel like he's gonna do that with ease, as he has to get through 2 more cars to get up to the 2nd, and then he has the 92 of Mason Flagar, who is, I believe, led every single lap of this race up to this point. And then he'll be in the lead.
Yeah, but Flagar is absolutely gapping the field, and I believe there's going to be a stage yellow here, but if he's going to be able to get away after this caution again like this, is going to be hard to catch him, and Molina needs those 2 spots as quick as he can, because it's almost 3 seconds to that spot in the lead to 2nd, which is Brandon Redford. Now Redford and Deweldy going at it for 2nd, coming to the line. Yeah, almost a car going wide, and it may have been Bivens. Mark Allen Bivens is wide as the stage yellow comes out. But he is back on the track, and you were right about that. He completely blew the corner. I didn't catch that, but going through turn 6, Bivens, bit of a wheel hop there, goes in too deep and locks up the front tires straight into the sand, but that's going to be the stage yellow. Mason Flagar has led every lap up to this point. We'll see if he can continue this reign of dominance. Mark Allen Bivens, beautiful modified he's got here on track right now, going back into the sand. Jonathan right behind him. Another opportunity for these guys to get damage repairs. You see the 35 of Will Shack doing some formula drifting through the S's behind him. Hunter Bogdan way in the back of the pack. He lost some time, and I'm not quite sure what happened to him. I don't remember him being this far back. We'll see. Oh,
spun out of the bus stop there.
So Bogdan was riding all the way in the back of the field. P13 and overcorrect into the grass, waits to get it started, and not a lot of grip there in that grass. He just spins around. No damage, no harm, no foul. He doesn't lose any spots because the 27 was the car behind him, and Josh Kenyon is 4 laps down. See Kenyon coming around to catch the leaders and get a lap back. I think he's going to be able to get 1 back, at least maybe 2 if he's lucky. He's going to hope for another caution, but the single file restarts is not helping his cause. As Mason Flagar leads the pack through the S's. And the rest of the pack catches up behind him. Look at these standings one more time. Flagar is not up here, as you see. He has not won a race in this season. But Keegan Clark, Joseph Lewis, a bunch of the drivers ahead of him have not, or did not make this race, and so it's gonna be a good day for the 92, whether he wins or not. But a win would lock him in to the 7th spot of the playoffs behind Brandon Redford, Max Molina, Joaquin Stewart with a win, Gibson with a win, Michael Deitch with 1 win, and Mark Allen Bivens with 4 wins to his name up to this point in the playoff standings. And the cut line just a couple races away as we're halfway through the season. And Mason Flagar would love a win right about now to get locked in to that get that playoff spot locked in. The 92 makes his way around the 27, getting his lap back, blinking out. And back through the short chute into turn 6 and 7. We're going to take a quick intermission, and we'll be right back with you here on FTN. coming back to you live on FTN, and the field all down on pit road right now. And out first is going to be the 92 of Flagar, followed by Redford and Doweldy, but had a bit of a drift on pit road. That was Mark Allen Bivens who tried to enter his pit road or his pit box sideways, but it didn't like that. Let's see what happened to the 76 here. He is heading into his box, and looks like he cuts across the nose of the 70. And round he goes. Says hi to his pit crew. Loses the hood, so he's officially a modified again. Oh, the hood's back. Damn it. Well, the hood's back on the 76 here. And now he's sideways in his pit box, trying to get some last-minute repairs on that car before we go back to green. And back up to the...
That 76 is a very good-looking modified, I should say.
It is. It's very beautiful modified here. Is uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh, there we go. It's back.
River Page has some internet issues here.
There's Josh Kenyon going on the pace car here.
Yeah, only 2 laps down for the 27, so he got a bunch of his laps back. Right now we see the 76 making his way back out of pit road. Did not sit on pit road long enough to get his bumpers back. The first modified right ahead of him, that's Jonathan Wright. He got his front bumper back, so that's great for Wright. He has a front bumper on his car now. And give him that much more handling. Hunter Bogdan and Victor Imbisiani losing all his spots. Looks like it may have been a penalty there for him in the 86. Very nice looking American flag on the side of his car. For the Bikini Bottom 120 here, Barney has the yellow flag out. And this time Barney will be holding up that one finger here. It's going to be 1-2 green. Lights are off on the pace car. We say single file. Mason Flagar will lead them again. He's led every lap up to this point. Michael, you think anyone's going to have a challenge for this guy? I mean, he's been in the lead every lap of the race.
Every lap of the race, but I've said it countless times again, but Max Molina, how did he lose his track position? He was in 4th when the caution was called, right?
Yeah, looks like Molina may have tried to repair his car as much as he could, but he's back at 9th, so...
But yeah, he was the main contender before that, so if he can't make any of these spots up, I don't think anybody could challenge Flagar for the win here.
Yeah, Max Molina is the field's last hope. It seems always has pace on the road courses, but he's going to need to pass a lot of cars to get out to Flagar. Brandon Redford and DeWeldy held their own pretty well for about a lap, but after that they could not keep up with that 92 machine. Has the best lap in the race right now with a 113.8. Molina has only been able to set down a 115. Brandon Redford did a 114.2. Ethan DeWeldy did a 114 flat, so pretty even on lap times with the top 3. And from then on back, it's going to be a little bit of a another little fight there for those positions, as those guys, a lot of them with damage and a lot of them a bit of slower cars up in the front. Noah Taylor, Nolan Gross, guys that have not been towards the front in this race, now find themselves up there ahead of the damaged cars. We'll see if they can hold their ground. Taylor back up into the 4th spot after being involved in a couple of those first wrecks. Nolan Gross up here in the 02 after doing a very cool reverse entry into turn 1 on the last restart. And he's got a great shot at some track position here. He's already got it. He's got a great shot at holding on to the position there. You see Max Molina back in 9th. Michael Deitch 6th. Hunter Bogdan 7th. Will Shack is in 8th. Molina 9th and Jonathan Wright 10th. The top 5 is Flagar, Brandon Redford, DeWeldy, Noah Taylor, and Nolan Gross, the 02 here, but back through turn 7. And we're going to go green this time by. As off of turn 7, the pace car makes the right-hand turn onto pit road, and we will be back under green at Watkins Glen. And the 48 or 7 rather, should I say, with a fantastic restart to the outside comes Redford side by side to the lead. Can he hit the crossover here in turn 1? He sticks it on the outside. Contact further back. They keep it straight, and Redford around the outside side by side into the S's.
He's gonna have to make this pass if he wants to gain some track position here. They're
Oh,
side
contact.
by side. Oh, he punts him.
Flagar in the wall.
92 into the wall.
Oh,
And
he
makes
cuts
contact with
Redford.
15.
Oh, there they go.
92.
Oh, horrible crash.
Around goes the 92. Big
And
crash
that's
on the
everybody.
next
Oh my
way.
goodness. Oh no. Oh no. That's everyone.
And the 92, who has led all of this race up to this point, Gets dumped on the restart out of the S's.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Destroyed is the
Unreal.
92. And 5 other cars. Innocent bystanders there, and we'll see what happened to Flagar here. Got put in the wall by the 47. Whether it's his fault or Redford's, will decide later. But the 15 just gets loose, hits the 92 on the left front, and it takes an absolutely vicious lick onto the inside retaining wall there in the gap. And then there's just nowhere for anyone to go.
Yeah. Looks like, let's see, the 15 gets turned right there by,
15 gets turned,
I believe it was the 41.
41, and that's just 2 more
Max
cars
Molina
ahead of the
looks like he
field.
made it through.
Molina misses the wreck. Michael Deitch there, see Bivens in the wall, and then the 40
piles
clobbers
in.
the 92. Spins in front of Will Shack, who absolutely destroys him right here. The 41 of Noah Taylor gets lifted into the air by Deitch. The 6 car of Gibson just scoots on through. The 78 barely made it through. Took a little bit of a hit on the left rear, but now we got 3 new modifieds to deal with here, and that is huge.
Let's take a closer look.
Yeah,
I feel like we should see who's at fault for this, whether the 47 or the 92. Looks like the 92 hits the curb
He
right
definitely
there.
gets a little bit loose, and it looked like he crowded Redford down from that initial view right here. Going through turn 3, and just doesn't cut the 47 any slack, gets himself loose, and then just keeps sliding up.
Wall.
Gets into the wall right here. And then back up in front of... Yeah, Deweldy gets hit right there, and then Deweldy just gets a little bit loose, and it hits the... kind of an unnatural contact there that shoots the 92 across the track. That's a huge hit, and then here comes Noah Taylor, just made it through. The 40 of Jonathan Wright, not so lucky. This is on board with Jonathan Wright, the 40 who was way behind the wreck in the 8th or 9th spot right now. And as you see, the 92, he just turns the wrong way. He's kind of made a decision and stuck with it, but it was too late, and he destroys the 92. And then here's the 41 of Noah Taylor spinning across the track, and here comes, I believe, the 17 of Deitch. Taylor spinning across the track has come to a complete halt, and here comes Deitch. Nowhere to go, and lifts the 41 into the air. That net spin machine has been destroyed all race. There's Bivens, who elected not to take repairs. He's got a lot more now. He got net coated, but he got through it. And then he gets into the inside wall. Look at the 6 with the wreck avoidance here. Connor Gibson sliding through. Doesn't hit Noah Taylor, but the big story is Mason Flagar, who has taken his fast repair, is way in the back of the field though. And some of these guys still haven't taken any repairs. Now the 76 took a fast repair. That had a lot of guys taking their fast repairs.
Yep, you're right about that. After that huge incident that down the back straightaway, yeah, as you mentioned, a lot of those guys taking fast repairs. That including the 76 of Mark Allen Bivens, and I believe the 92 must have taken his fast repair as well. He had to have.
Yeah, he definitely did. See a lot of guys down on pit road. Will Shack now back on the pit road. I don't think he had a chance to take his fast repair quite yet, but the 47 of Brandon Redford up into the lead. Nolan Gross has climbed all the way up to 2nd. And Max Molina's in 3rd. 45 of Molina all the way up in 3rd.
I gotta ask you something, River. Even with how all this has been playing out, with all the chaos and the restarts, you think Flager could have enough time to get back up there?
I think he's got a definite shot, especially right on the restart here. Definitely needs to capitalize on the field being bunched up, and hope he can throw a dive bomb into turn 1. I think he's going to be in the 9th spot right now.
Yeah, it's scoring 9th.
Going, it looks like, behind Michael Deitch. And so,
as the ticker scrolls through.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to be in the 9th spot right now on my end. Will Shack and Connor Gibson on the pit road, so no one's going to have to pass him.
Yep,
and
he is 9th behind Deitch.
Yeah, Mason Flagar in 9th right now. 2 laps to green, lap 22, 9 to go. This time by it's going to become 8, and they're going to restart with 7 laps to go. It's going to be Redford versus Gross, and Max Molina in the back of the field, involved in wrecks early and now has a chance at the win for the first time all night. He restarts all the way back, or all the way up in 3rd, I should say now. He's got a definite shot at it, but like you said, Flagar, it's going to be tough for him to get those spots back, but I do think he can do it. He's just going to need to make some crazy moves right here. All the way back in the next spot.
Like I said before this race started, track position is key, and I think it's definitely going to be key later in the race here. And that is not what the 92 needed at all, because we're under 10 laps to go in the race, and he got wrecked, and he's going to be starting way in the back of the field. So he's got to make some stuff happen if he wants to get back in front.
Yeah, and he's going to be behind a lot of wrecked cars, so that could either be good or bad. You see, Nolan Gross is in second, but he has no front bumper. Max Molina's in third. He's been able to hold his own with that front end damage. The 40 finally took a fast repair. The 41 took his fast repair. Bivens took his fast repair. DeWeldy did as well, so it's only one real wrecked car that the 92 is going to have to get by. As you see right here on the drone, getting back to the 92. He's got one wrecked car ahead of him, and that's one guy that hasn't taken his fast repair. Nolan Gross doesn't have a fast repair left because he got blown up on the initial wreck, so be interesting to see what happens with the 0-2 and if Molina can get by him quick and fight with Brandon Redford for the race win. Pace car lights are off down the back straightaway one last time. It's going to be 7 laps to go to decide it here at Watkins Glen.
Yep, and it's going to be a pretty hectic last few laps, I should say, because everybody here is trying to go for the win, and I feel like everybody's going to do what they have to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be exciting to watch. These guys have put on a show so far, even with the single file wrecks. We've seen drifts into turn one. We've seen some dive bombs here, and this is gonna be the time when you need them. I would expect to see that 92 on the bottom line as soon as they get down the front stretch to make a pass, but the 47 to Redford leads the field ahead of Nolan Gross. Max Molina up into third in the 45 machine. Behind him will be Jonathan Wright and Noah Taylor, the top 5. Mark Allen Bivens in 6th, Ethan DeWeldy in 7th, and Michael Deitch in 8th. Then it is Mason Flagar who led all the way up to the 21st lap, maybe the 20th lap when the caution came out. He restarts 9th. Ahead of Will Shack, the last car in the top 10. Then it is going to be Connor Gibson, Hunter Bogdan, Josh Kenyon, who just got back on the lead lap. And here comes Kenyon through the carousel. We'll see if Josh Kenyon can make it back, but Victor Imbisiani a lap down at the back of the pack, as it doesn't look like it's going to... the 27 is going to get back to the field. He's going to need a caution, but the green flag is back out, and already to the inside goes the 92, fanning out 2 and 3 wide, further back, but a good restart for Redford. Here comes the 92 locking up.
Big lock.
Big lock up there behind Michael Deitch, but they all make it through clean. Deitch up the track. And losing a spot is Flagar. Oh, they're going to wreck. Oh, it's Flagar! Oh, no! Flagar around hard, and the 86 is wrecked as well. Here comes the 27. He's going to miss it, but Flagar is destroyed. Oh, my God. He takes out the 27.
Still green so far.
4 cars are in it, and they leave it green, and now no shot at a win unless he gets another yellow there.
One car stopped. Let's
yeah,
see if that's going to be a caution.
One guy stopped and stuck in the fence. That's Bogdan, who's now on pit road and out of contention for the win, but still green as everyone's off the track. And Max Molina's up into second, a second behind Redford. Can he make something happen late? 6 to go this time by. Molina closing the gap in 2 tenths in the braking zone there, but Redford gets away on exit. Molina went in way too deep. Now it's
way wide.
It's going to be a fight for second between Molina and Bivens. Bivens with a clean car, and here comes Bivens for second.
It looks like one car on pit road. Looks like the O2 of Gross is coming on the pit road. But yeah, Mark Allen Bivens right there behind the 45 of Max Molina in a turn 1 right there. And yes, that is the O2 coming out of pit road. Max Molina with a damaged car, Bivens with a clean car after that fast repair, trying to hunt him down for second. We talked about Molina, we talked about him having a shot at getting the lead, and now he is in second, but he has to make up 2.5 seconds if he wants to catch the 47 Brandon Redford.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time on this lap, and now he's going to have to fight. You see, not a lot of straightaway speed on that Toyota, but holding off. 76 is charged for the most part right now, but pulling away is Redford. 2.5 seconds is the gap, and it's continuing to extend. And now he's going to have to fight for his life ahead of the 76 of Bivens. There's not a lot of speed left in that 45. Bivens with a big slide in third. He is all over the loud pedal trying to make something happen here and try and run down your leader. But this time it's going to be 5 laps to go for Redford, looking for win number 2 on the season. This time by 5 to go. Redford leads Molina 2.5 seconds back. He closed up in the third sector, but not by enough to make a charge here. Bivens lost a bit of time.
Oh, we got spin off
back into
turn
fourth
7.
and a wreck in the back of the pack. I believe it's Michael Deitch. Michael
That's
Deitch
a
just went
40.
by. It's Jonathan Wright. But he gets it
He gets it
going here
going.
ahead of the 27. We'll see what happened here. And it looks like
Looks
tries to
hit
keep it
the
off
wall.
tries to keep it off the wall and
Or
spins down the track.
spins.
Overcorrects, keeps it out of pit wall barely. And it's all good for the 40, but now back up to the lead pack. Molina has gotten it together and he started to make up time. It's about a half a second that he's gained this lap so far for Molina. Oh, the 47 spinning!
47
Can he save it?
What a save!
He saves it, but here comes
He's gonna
Molina.
lose a lot of time out of that. Now about 1.5 seconds is the gap between the 2 leaders.
Redford got super loose, hit the curbs, it kept it straight, but here comes Molina, and Redford's gonna need to cool off here. Again, his composure only has to defend for 4.5 laps, but Molina is on the move. 1.1 seconds now. He made up 6/10 since that little incident, and Redford is struggling now. The tires are all heated up, and this time it's 4 to go. Can Molina make anything happen?
He's right there. He's 1.2 seconds back. I think Molina is in prime position because that 47, he just made a mistake, and Molina was waiting for that. Now I think if this 47 makes another mistake, it's Molina's race to lose.
Yeah, Redford going wide again, feeling the pressure from Molina within a
Oh,
second.
Alan Bivens
Big
almost wrecked off of
big
one.
contact for third was Bivens, who went for a slide into 1. And
Good save, really sideways in
smacks
contact with.
Duelli with the rear end, but it's all good there. And here comes Molina. Molina is right there, 0.5 of a second. Molina closing the gap to Redford, and he's gonna make up even more time here in the bus stop.
Oh, he
Redford
goes
goes wide. He's in
wide.
the grass. Here
Here
comes
it comes.
Molina. Almost gives him the
To the
bumper.
outside. Side by side. This could get very tight off the carousel. Molina backs out. Maybe trying to prepare for a crossover. He's right on the back bumper of that 47.
Here he comes to. Oh,
pushing him.
he's bump drafting him. There's Will
We got a
Shack
car
is stopped
stop.
on the
That's
track.
35.
Here he goes.
Will that be
Molina
a
to the
caution?
outside. Redford on the bottom. Molina
Molina's gonna make
completes
the pass.
around the top.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Redford trying to fight back. Can he throw the double cross here? He sticks on the outside, but they make
Oh,
contact. Contact made. Wow. Contact made for Redford and Molina into the lead. 3 to go. Redford needs to fire back now if he wants a chance at the win. But he's not going to do it into turn 1. He needs to just get back and into his groove and follow the 45. He's quicker through 1 and 2 using all of that exit space, but Molina pulls away. Going into the S's, 3 laps to go. Redford staying right on the inside. He's a lot quicker through the S's this time. And he's going to have a run down the backstretch. He's going to get
here he
very...
goes.
Oh, he gets loose.
That 47, the only problem for him is that he keeps overdriving the corners. If he doesn't overdrive the corners and hits his marks perfectly, he's going to catch that 45.
And Molina making up a lot of time on the entrance to the bus stop. A big slide for the 47, but uses it to get out of the next corner as quick as he can. Right onto the back bumper of the 45, but really twitchy steering inputs, and he's kind of getting off of the curb and starting to get loose as Redford. He is sliding the rear and trying to stay within the back end of the 45. This lap he's held his gap. It's been about 3/10 this entire lap, and the pace is evened out. He's going to need to make something happen here. 2 to go this time by. Here comes Redford. Big
Oh, and
slide.
he slides.
Keeping it off the wall, and he is pushing it 110% right now. But now it's all the way down to
There you go.
0.6 with that slide. 2 laps to go for Redford.
Yeah, 47, he just keeps making mistakes that might lose him the race here. Oh, I thought Molina got loose, but it was actually him overdriving the corner and get loose.
Yeah, Redford continuing to just, he's trying a little too hard right now, and it's putting a lot of strain on those Goodyears, and he is sliding all around. 0.5 is the gap. He made up about a tenth in the S's. He's a lot quicker in the S's, but he needs to be closer if he's going to make the move. No mistakes on this lap. He goes in really deep into the bus stop, almost into that Armco barrier on the inside, driving it in super deep, closes the gap. That was a fantastic corner, using the grass a little bit, but made up 2 or 3 tenths as Bibbins and Josh Kenyon swapping positions for the 6th spot. Kenyon all the way back up into 6th after that incident. We're putting 4 laps down. A great comeback for him. But here comes Redford, 1/10, and into turn 6. Here comes Redford, white flag this time by.
I feel like if the 47 is going to make the pass, he has to move that 45 late. But if he moves the 45 early on the last lap, the 45 is going to get back to him and repay him the favor.
Here we go, one final time. It was a lot quicker this lap, 2 or 3 tenths to be exact, out of turn 7. The rest of the field, they're going to need a wreck with the leaders to make anything happen. Redford has been quicker in the S's. A huge send into one, almost contact. And he doesn't care about getting track limits now as he's sliding around. 4 tenths is the gap, losing time as Redford on board with the 47 machine, trying to make up time in the S's as he has been. He's going to need one more lap like he did last lap, but he just cooks up the rear end. And now Molina starts to pull away.
Yeah, he's got to make something big here in the bus stop and through the carousel. We know last lap he sent it in really hard in the bus stop and made it stick. He's trying to do the same. He gets sideways.
Yeah, he's 5 tenths back now, and he's going to need an absolute send. He's going to need to go in super deep. No brakes into turn 6 here. It's going to be his only shot. Molina extends the gap to 7 tenths, and Max Molina started in the back of the pack all the way through the field, collected in wrecks early and late, but makes up spots on the with the incident with the 92, who had led every lap up to that point. The 45 takes the lead late and out of turn 7. Final chance for the 47, but Max Molina wins at Watkins Glen.
And what a win for that 45. He has been through the field, going to the back and going to the front all race long, and what a win.
Brandon Redford comes home second. He ran in second just about every lap this race. Had a chance at it there at the end, but couldn't make anything happen. Ethan DeWeldy in third, Connor Gibson in fourth, and Noah Taylor coming across the line now for 5th. Josh Kenyon in 6th, Mark Allen Bibbins in 7th. There's Kenyon coming home for 6th, but Max Molina winning at Watkins Glen. Redford and DeWeldy the rest of the podium, and burning it down in turn 1 is Molina. We're going to talk to your race winner as quickly as we can, if my computer will try not to explode right now. And Max Molina now sliding around the entire track, Kyle Larson style, as he burns it down, doing a bit of drifting there. And it's the first win on the season for Molina, or the second one I should say, for the 45 machine. And down the back straightaway, we're going to talk to your race winner as soon as he gets into pit road. And a fantastic job for Molina to hold off the hard charging Brandon Redford. We go back to this last lap or two. Redford was right there at the beginning of the lap, but he just lost too much time in the S's. Absolutely blew turn 1 right here. Just watch this watch this entire last lap. See Molina right there on the bottom. Perfect execution on these last 2 laps. The 47 goes in super deep, like he was trying to take him out but missed, and then it was just over from there for the 47. And we're going to try and get Max Molina in here if he's in a voice chat. It looks like he is, so we're going to pull Max Molina in here. Max Molina, you're in the FTN booth. Congratulations on the win from the back to the front. What did you do differently that got you the win?
I just kept my car as clean as I could. You know, got involved in some wrecks there in the back. That's just from running the qualifying in the back and just, you know, being with guys I'm not really familiar with how they run with each other. But, you know, once I got past that big wreck on one of the last restarts, I knew I was in a good position to challenge for the win. And, you know, Brandon, he gave me a really, really good fight there at the end of the race. And we had a really good battle those last 5 or so laps. And, you know, the only thing I feel like I just did different was just, you know, not overdrive the car as much as I thought I would, because I'm so used to driving the next gens here, and you kind of have to drive those cars pretty hard to be fast around here. And once I was in this car practicing, man, I was spinning out everywhere, just overshooting every corner because these cars don't have the same exact brakes the next gens do, and so it's just you have to brake a lot earlier into some of the corners, and that was something I had to work on throughout this race. And it came in clutch there. Some of the corners in the last couple laps, battling and catching Brendan Redford, and I think the one thing I probably gained most from catching him was through the S's and probably the carousel. But that's the only thing I can really see myself that I did different than Brennan was just keep the car as steady as possible throughout the corners and just not overdrive it as like he did, because I could see up ahead like he was either making mistakes or just getting loose out of the corners, and that was just probably destroying his right rear or his rear tires. And I was just making sure I had enough car underneath me to get to him, and then keep the gap to him once I get past him.
Exactly, and going into next week, it's Michigan, and what do you think your chances are there?
I mean, I've ran next gens there a ton, and I've done pretty good. I've been able to be up with the pack, running for the top 10. But I don't know. I have no idea how these cars are going to drive there. I've hardly ever ran Xfinity cars really at any track in the schedule, so it's going to be a big learning curve getting into that race and just figuring out like how to save tires and everything, and how to manage the dirty air and the draft. So it's going to be a big factor, and those three things are going to be the main factors in that race. Is just having to be careful.
Well, learning the car is going to be the name of the game for Max Molina, and congratulations, thank you for your time. Anyone else like to thank, and anything else like to say?
I'd like to thank everyone on the card, Motorsports, Maverick Car Company, PBR, and Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse.
All right. Yep, thank you for your time. Great paint scheme. Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
That was Max Molina, your race leader, and we're trying and get in Brandon Redford here if we can. He's up in general, so we're going to pull Redford down. Brandon Redford, you're in the FTN booth. P2 on the night, just came up just short, but up in the second almost every lap, and you gave Max Molina a great charge. What did you do tonight to keep your car out of trouble?
Really, I just was in a good spot the entire race, really. I mean, with the whole Mason thing there on the S's, I don't think I touched him. I don't know if it was netcode or not, but sucks for him. He had a really, really fast car today. And I'll talk to him after this race about it, but he seemed pretty chill about it. But yeah, had fun racing with Molina there for the win. Just with the last two laps, we got a little loose, pushed the car a little too much, so we couldn't really get enough grip to go and fight back. But proud with the number 47 Redford Motorsports Ford team here tonight with a P2 finish.
Well, thank you, and anything else you'd like to say before we let you
go? No, not really, honestly. This was a good race, so a lot of cautions, though.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time, and congratulations.
All right, thank you, man.
Brandon Redford, P2 on the night, and we will talk to two more people because we're going to have to talk to Ethan DeWeldy here, P3. Ethan DeWeldy, you're in the FTN booth, P3 on the race. You were up in the front all day, but you kept your car out of trouble for the most part. What did you do differently to stay out of the incidents?
I don't know, man. I guess that just stay up front. I mean, it looked like all the incidents were in the back, but I mean, our car was pretty fast. Just really unfortunate that I got taken out there on that one lap, kind of put us in the back, and just kind of messed us up from there. But all in all, it was a decent recovery. Came home P3. Feel like I was a little bit faster, but just wasn't our day today.
Well, next week is Michigan, and what do you think of your chances there?
I'm not sure. I'll have to do some testing in the Xfinity cars at Michigan, but I know I'm really good in the next gen, and so we'll go do some testing this week. Hopefully, Michigan's a little bit cleaner than Watkins Glen. I don't know. Tonight was just kind of a rough night for us. Don't know why, so we'll have to talk with some of the drivers, get that figured out, so that Michigan can be another great week. But yeah, just looking for the best at Michigan. I just want to thank my sponsors, and I just want to thank y'all for coming out, commentating. Really do appreciate it and everything you're doing for this league to help it grow, and I'm really looking forward to the future. I'm sorry, unfortunately, Wish we could have gotten some more laps under green, but you know, it's just one of them races. Every league has it, but I really do appreciate y'all for just coming out and doing everything you do for this league. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, well, of course. And anything else you can say before we let you go?
Repeat that.
Anything else like to say before we let you go?
Oh, I just like to thank my sponsors 2 and 3 Similar, W Energy, Spoiler Diecast, Spire Esports, Team Zyron, just everybody who's able to make this possible. My parents, Noah Taylor for making my paints, and just again you guys, David, everybody on the FTN group that makes this possible. We really do appreciate it, and you're really helping this league grow.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time, and thank you.
Thank you.
That was Ethan the Weldy P3, and let's see, Wolfshack wants to talk with us, so we'll pull Wolfshack in here. Well, Wolfshack, what do you want?
I, to be honest, I don't even know where to start. That wasn't great. I'm not nowhere near the best at Watkins Glen, but I don't. Getting caught up in so many instances in that race, the driving standards were not what I expected from today's race. I know we can do better. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of wrecking, and you were involved in basically every single one of them. Your
Yep.
car ended up like a modified. You were stopped with about 3 to go on the short chute coming up to turn 6. What happened?
So I was trying to take the tow because my engine blew from the Mason just somehow losing it in the S's, and it wasn't letting me take the tow for some reason. Don't know why, but it took me like a whole minute to actually get the tow to work.
Well, next week is Michigan. How do you feel about your chances there?
Probably better than Watkins Glen because I have some experience, but I'm not sure. Like, may not make it because it's a bit of a struggle with hoping to get out of the way with the all these struggles out of the way the first week with bringing this new team from TR Esports over to this league. So
Well,
hoping for better next week.
Yeah, hoping for a better result as Will Shack. And anything else like to say before I let you
go? No, nothing else I'd like to say. But well, except thank you for taking the time to interview me.
Sure. Well, that was Will Shack, came home P9 after having some mechanical problems with this car. And before we shut down, Michael, anything else to say about this race?
Not really. I mean, overall, like some drivers said, it was chaotic. I mean, and I can totally agree with them. A lot of wrecks, but a very big twist for who was going to be the winner. We all thought it was going to be Flagar, and then with his wreck, it all got thrown up in the air, and then Max Molina came in out of nowhere and stole the win from Redford. So I say that was a pretty solid ending to the race, but pretty chaotic overall. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, well, it was a chaotic race to say the least, and a huge disappointment for the 92 Amazing Flagar, who finishes in 14th after leading about every lap up to that point. But other than that, it was a great showing, and congratulations to Max Molina, Brandon Redford, and Ethan DeWaldy for the top 3, and that'll wrap it up tonight as we can get the results on screen before we close up, because I only do that about half the time. Let's go. And we'll see if they're correct, because right now, 2 of the drivers that were 3rd and 4th are not on my timing and scoring, and I hope that's not going to show up for the results. But if it doesn't, or if it does show, we know that Ethan DeWaldy is 3rd, and I believe 4th was the 6th car, but we'll have to look at it later on. Okay. Come on. Just one moment here. Trying to get these up on the screen, and then we could close up. David Kreutz is live right now on the same channel. So after this closes up, go ahead and go over to David's stream. 100 laps into that event, and they're still going here. We'll be live back on Tuesday. It's going to be me here, River Page, awesome, best broadcaster on FTN. So yeah, we're gonna be back live tomorrow. David's live right now, but here is the results. Max Molina in P1 ahead of Brandon Redford in P2. Ethan DeWeldy came home third, and Connor Gibson in fourth. Noah Taylor in fifth. Josh Kenyon, after being 4 laps down, back up to 6th. Mark Allen Bivens in 7th, and then it was Michael Deitch in 8th. Jonathan Wright in 10th. Jonathan Wright in 9th, and Hunter Bogdan in 10th. And Michael, take it from here.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, can't see the.
Yeah. It's not wanting to work. So we're just gonna go off of timing and scoring right now, which is 11th is gonna be Will Shack, 12th is gonna be Victor Imbasione, and Nolan Gross comes home in 13th, and Mason Flager dead last after qualifying on pole and leading 21 laps. But that's going to do it, and we thank you all for coming out to watch this race. It's been a showing of the Spoiler Diecast Racing League. Watkins Glen next week on Monday. Michigan with the Xfinity cars. Max Molina will try to double up and win, and we'll see what happens there. But other than that, we wish you all a very good night.